Special greetings to you all. Now, I've been thinking a lot about two people I know. They're the only two people I know who demonstrate pure faith, wishing that I can be a lot more like them. They do not worry, they believe, they do not fear, they know. Now, we're going to be reading about someone like that this week and in the weeks to come. And when you find someone like that, study them, emulate them. You want to be like that. You want to have pure faith. But first, I just want to say how thankful I am and how surprised I was by a very special donation we just received. You know, I've been asked to do a lot more bar and bat mitzvahs. And so we're pursuing obtaining a Sefer Torah, which I'm sure you can all guess is very expensive. And I came across one that was in the much more affordable range and decided to go ahead and order it. And I'm so happy to say that the donation we just received will cover most of the cost of that. It was my lesson in faith. So let us come together in a showing of faith as a community, a chavura, fellowship, as we do every week, and join together to express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites all of us. As we come together every week in the community house of spirit, Beth Ruach. So once again, please do go ahead, invite everybody you know, physically, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Come together. Hine Matov. Shebetahim Gam. Yachad. Hine Matov. Lumenai. Shebetahim Gam. Yachad. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. And we are a community, so let's as a community spread love, goodwill, fellowship to the entire world. We know the world can use it. Now this week's Torah piece is the story of Noah, the flood, the rainbow, and the end of the cosmic Bible. So traditionally, we've tended to make this the pet blessing time because Noah saved all the animals. Well, almost all the animals. We know he missed out on the unicorns. So welcome. Welcome all of you with feet, with fins, with wings. Those who slither. Welcome furry ones. Welcome scaly ones. Welcome noisy ones, quiet ones. Welcome all humans and not so human. And that includes some two-footed non-human. See, my friends, it is not we alone who pray. All things pray. All things pour forth their souls. The heavens pray. The earth prays. Every creature and every living thing prays. In all life there is a longing, and creation itself is but a longing. It's a prayer to the Almighty. So what are the clouds, the rising and setting of the sun, the soft radiance of the moon, the gentleness of the night? What are the flashes of the human mind and the storms of the human heart? They are all prayers. Every creature, every living thing has a relationship with God. Today we give thanks especially for our animal companions in life, for cats, dogs, horses, birds, turtles, fish, and especially all of the animals that we have in our lives. There's so many more. No, how full life is because we share it with all of our animal friends. Every creature, every living thing, whether their lives have intersected with human life or not, has a relationship with God. And we give thanks for the creatures with whom we inhabit the earth, but especially for the ones who we have a special relationship with. Now, the great Rav Kook taught us that where it says in Deuteronomy 11:15, God will give grass in your field for your livestock. And then we are told subsequently that we will eat and be sated, that we should rely on these verses in that order because the Talmud in Berachot 40a teaches us that we should never eat before an animal that relies on us. Good lesson, my friends. Now, it goes against what a dog trainer will tell you, but, it's okay. Now, from these verses, we have an obligation to be actively concerned about the welfare of all creatures. Proverbs 12:10 tells us, a righteous person knows the soul of their animal companion, and I'm sure you all knew and know the souls of yours. Blessed are you, Lord our God, who brings animals into our lives that we may learn love. Blessed are you, Lord our God, who knows our lives are so much better because we're together. Blessed are you, Lord our God, who helps us learn how to be better humans by teaching us through our animal companions. Blessed are you, Lord our God, who trusts us to love and care for all of creation. Now, they are our unspoken great friends and supporters, the true envoys of unconditional love. There are holy sparks in all creatures, my friends, in all life. Stones, rocks, mountains, trees, man and animal. Nothing is void of these divine sparks. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God. And the Spirit of all glorify your name forever. My sovereign, transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign beside you, God of the first and the last, God of all creatures, Master of all generations, who is praised in a multitude of praises, who guides the world with abundant loving kindness and all creatures with mercy. God neither slumbers nor sleeps. God awakens the sleeping, arouses those who slumber, gives speech to the mute. And God loosens the bonds of captives. God supports the fallen. God strengthens those who are bent over. Now join me, friends, and think of the names of your pets as we join together in blessing pets everywhere the world over. Eternal God, creator of all life, parent of the universe, help us fulfill our obligation to respect all your animal creatures in the world. Please guide us to protect the sanctity of all the animals in our homes and in our hearts. We ask you to bless and think of the names of your pets, past and present. So we ask you to bless and think of their names. Our wonderful and beloved, think of the type, the breed, horse, dog, cat, bird, whatever it was. Lord, in her unconditional love, I find great expression of your love for me. Thank you for the gift of such a great friend. Blessed are you, Lord our God, for all your creatures. Amen. Now, just because our names are sealed in the book of life, it does not mean that our pets' names have not been. So let's reach out and honor the spirits, the souls, the energy of our beloved friends and send healing to them for their renewal. Let's all send healing, love, goodwill to our animal friends in need everywhere. Avenu Malkeinu, our God, our Father, listen. Hear our prayers and allow us to be guided with wisdom. And let us send special words for those in need of renewal, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. For Wilson, for Dasha, for Aini, for Blizzy, for Bella, for Cassie, for the monkey, for the bee. For all of you, for everyone in the world, for all of the animals that are, in your life, whether today or in the past or will be in the future. The kindness, healing wishes, goodwill, and love that you send out, it circles the world finding those in need, whether they're human or animal. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because as we know, spirit never dies. Me, Shabereth, Evotenu, Makor HaBracha, Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Mishaberach, let us all have our spirits renewed, and let all of our animal friends have their spirits renewed too. Now, we ended at a very interesting part last week, my friends. In Genesis 6:5, it says, And the Lord saw the evil of the human creature was great on the earth, and that every scheme of his heart's devising was only perpetually evil. And the Lord regretted having made the human on earth, and was grieved to the heart. And the Lord said, I will wipe out the human race I created from the face of the earth, from human to cattle to crawling thing to the fowl of the heavens, for I regret that I have made them. Now notice that the only thing spared was fish. Now I might have spared dogs too. But how interesting that the creatures that live in the water are exempt. And even with this death sentence, we're still here. Well, welcome to Noah. Someone we're all familiar with, and a story we all know, but most know it just a little bit wrong from how it was actually written. Yes, Noah. Noah's the reason we're here, because he found favor with God. Genesis 6:10. Noah walked with God. Now that says a lot. That tiny little sentence actually tells us an enormous amount. Not too many people walked with God in the Bible, my friends. It was one of the reasons we're still here. Our job is to repair the world. Tikkun Olam, the role of Jews everywhere. One that they have taken seriously in every generation. So maybe that's what we were spared for, is to help fix the world. Tikkun Olam. Now, believe it or not, probably the greatest example of taking two stories in the Bible and putting them together is in this story, because you can see the differences even in translation. Now, in many instances, I tell you what the biblical Hebrew says and point out interesting things and how stories were put together. But this is truly one of the most unique because you can see it in any language. It also really shows you how creation came about. So please do go back. It was just a week ago and read about creation. Now, there's more fake news around the episode of the flood than probably anything else in the Bible. And there are flood stories in just about every society on earth. As Rosemary will tell you, it's a tava, a box, not a boat, just like the baby Moses was in, except smaller. We're told the casements open, allowing water to rush down from above and up from below. Or is it 40 days of rain? Is it one pair of animals? Or is it that fascinating formula of 7 pure and 2 impure? And just what was pure? We know it was not food related because there was no rules regarding food. And why were we vegetarians before the flood and omnivores after? Well, Genesis 6:18. And from all that lives, from all flesh, 2 of each thing you shall bring to the ark to keep alive with you. Male and female they shall be. But then in Genesis 7:2, of every clean animal take you 7 pairs, each with its mate, and of every animal that is not clean, 1 pair, each with its mate. Now ask anybody, and I guarantee they'll tell you it was 2 of each. I don't know one person who tells you that there were 7 pair of anything. But they're reconcilable. Even if there were multiple pairs, they still came on board in pairs, male and female each. So depending on how you read it. Genesis 7:4, I will make it rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Genesis 7:11, all the well springs of the great deep burst and the casements of the heavens were opened. Now you need to understand here the biblical concept of creation. And friends, it was both in this case. And when it was done, and the well springs of the deep were domed up, and the casements of the heavens sealed, the rain from the heavens held back. So what we had is the surge of waters from the great deep below and from the heavens above. Now, of course, what this actually is a pure reversal of the second day of creation. That's why I said go back and read creation. When a vault was erected to divide the waters above from the waters below. Now, when all was finished, Genesis 7:23, he, meaning God, wiped out all existing things from the face of the earth, from humans to cattle to crawling things to the fowl of the heavens. They were wiped out from the earth, just as he said earlier. Now, maybe God spared Noah because he found favor in God's eyes, but it sure does not look like it took a long time for the evil of man's heart to reassert itself. And God knew it, but he accepted it this time. And we all know that rather than just disembark, Noah kept checking to see when it was safe. And he was sending out ravens, blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Then ultimately he sends out doves. So he sends out blackbirds, then he sends out white birds. Now that in itself can be quite the study. White bird must fly, she will die. White bird must fly, she will die. Sunsets come, sunsets go. Clouds pile high, the air moves slow. Young bird's eyes do always know. She must fly. She must fly. She must fly. White Bird by It's a Beautiful Day. Now that's a song that will always hold a special place in my heart. So they disembark finally. And Noah built an altar to the Lord. And he took from every clean animal and every clean fowl and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled the fragrant odor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again damn the soil on humankind's score. For the devisings of the human heart are evil from youth. I will not strike down all living things as I did, as long as all the days of the earth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night, shall not cease. So God makes this promise to himself. He makes the promise to Noah a little bit later, but this one he just says to himself. He says, okay, I know that they're evil, but I'm still not going to kill them this time. Now, friends, it is an amazing episode. And the Parsha ends with another fascinating, out of the blue story, the one about the Tower of Babel. Itself furthers the mysterious plural of both the first line of the Bible and the story of the creation of man. Genesis 11:6. Come, let us go down and baffle their language, so that they will not understand each other's language. And so we may now know why there's different languages on the earth, but we still don't know about this mysterious let us. Why is this all spoken in the plural? And we see the end of the cosmic Bible. Now from here on, the shift is to a family and then a people. This, my friends, the story of Noah, was actually a story of faith. God told Noah what to do. There was no discussion, no conversation. God did not ask Noah what he thought. He instructed and Noah obeyed. Pure faith. Now we'll see that shortly with Abraham and the other patriarchs, and even with Moses, all of whom showed incredible signs of faith. Faith. We hear the voice all the time, but how often do we listen? Do you do what you're told? Do you do what you were led to do? Yes, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free. Be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace, my friends. Pray for freedom for everyone. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, we are a community, my friends. We learn together, we celebrate each other, we love each other, we share this ride together, men and women equally. So let's send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, good healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive, learn to love yourself. Open your hearts, honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy your journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that we throw at the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now, bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because remember, we do set in motion all that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavanah, our cause, our effect, everything's linked. And as I've said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You do have the knowledge of what is good and bad, so acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God and to any person you've wronged, and ask forgiveness. Do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability, and forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be a much more compassionate and forgiving person in life. The secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Contemplate the meaning of acceptance. Can you accept yourself? Other people? Can you accept the world? Can you accept everything just as it is? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. And do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land we are all seeking. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always there in front of you. And remember to have faith. An unwavering adherence to principle, just as I have faith in the principle of love and in all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none. Defraud none. Hate none. Cherish everybody. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year, and may you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go, and work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness and the ability to be mindful, aware, present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you of everyone. You're never alone. You're forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Transformed all the energy you see into positive. Friends, your words are your power to transform, to love, so be generous with them. Bless others, bless yourself, and love with the heart. We're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger, the great lesson of life. Be there for someone, because someone's always there for you, whether you know it or not. And do not stop asking questions. Do not stop giving and therefore getting love. Do not accept shame as a natural state. We saw that last week. Whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together. You will not get washed away by the rain. You will only get cleansed by it. Can you hear me? That when it rains and shines, it's just a state of mind. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? When the rain comes, we run and hide our heads. We might as well be dead. When the rain comes, when the rain comes. When the rain comes, my friend, be happy, be healthy, be helpful, be kind, and be loving, and love your animals because they are your greatest friends of all. They are with you for very good reasons. Shabbat Shalom, blessings to you all. Have a fantastic day. Thank you. I hope you all will join us next week and in the weeks to come. Take care. Bye.